Welcome back to the channel of truth, trust, and transparency. And as every other video has been so far on my channel, today I want to give you a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of insight into my favorite time of the year to buy property and why I think it is such a great time to buy property. Last year, I picked up 2 development sites in this particular time. I plan on doing something similar this year, but as always, I don't try to make these videos longer than they need to be. If you're watching this or have watched any of my recent videos, YouTube tells me that about 70% of the 100 people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed, so would appreciate it if you can hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to about 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year by posting every single day, one video, one quality key takeaway minimum. And also replying to all of your questions, DMs, requests to make videos on stuff. So today's video is going to be no different. I'm going to talk to you about my favorite time of the year to purchase property and why I think it is the best time and why we are approaching it. Now, everyone is looking forward to the end of year close, break, shutdown. I think I did some quick maths. I think we're at about, on the day of making this video, we have about 120 calendar days till the end of the year. Now, why is that important? If you're like me and you're watching this video from Australia, you'll know that everyone just wants to, and it's probably, honestly, it's probably a global occurrence, but everyone just wants to get to the year, get to the end of the year, to switch off, to sit back, to have fun with family, friends, go on holidays, all that kind of stuff. Now, we're not there yet in terms of things getting pushed to next year, but October, November, things start to get, in terms of work and what needs to be done, things start to get pushed to next year. Now, for me, the best time of the year to purchase property is this end of year window, this end of year quarter, couple of months where things are starting to wrap up for the year. People are starting to think about Christmas and holiday breaks. And why I think it is such a powerful time and such a great time is because a lot of people are now starting to, once we get into October, November, a lot of people will start to shut down for the year, will start to switch off mentally, will start to just think about, I just want to get to holidays. I just want to get to Christmas. I just want to get to shut down. I don't want to have to think about work or anything like that. The smart people out there, the smart investors know that this is the time for you guys to switch on, to look for deals. There's going to be less competition in the market. People are turning their attention, time and effort towards other things. Christmas breaks, getting the little renovations done before the family comes over, all those sorts of things. It is a really great time for you to be able to pick up some opportunities. Now, if you think about it this way, 120 days left in the calendar year, give or take a couple of days. That was off the top of my head, so don't chew my head off if I missed that by 1 or 2 days. But you look at it this way. Most settlements are 45, 60 or 90-day settlements. If you have a 90-day settlement, that gives you 30 days to start that property search, to be able to go out there and have a 90-day settlement finished by the end of the year. Now, if you're just starting or you are, thinking about purchasing property, I had some guys sign up to the course, some very young guys in their 20s, and I was actually excited for them. I said, boys, this is the best time of the year to sign up to the course for us to get you through, to get you ready and prepped to be able to purchase property. Get through the course, or if you're at home and you're ready to purchase property, get your pre-approvals and all that kind of stuff in place. If it's a 3-month pre-approval, perfect. Once you start that property journey, that research into suburbs, then you start to watch that market. That might be a month or 2 months. That from here is going to lead you to October to November, giving you that 2-month time frame to be able to start transacting and getting really granular, getting really sneaky, getting really smart on the offers that you start to put to real estate agents, because you're going to start to play on the mental, you're going to start to play that mental game on homeowners that are selling. Hey, here's my offer, but also I just want to let you know, instead of dragging settlement out to 2020 to 2026, I actually can settle prior to Christmas. Now, for a lot of people, some people will take less money to know that the deal is going to be finished and done with, hands clean, this year, in this calendar year, compared to if it drags across Christmas. You know, people don't want to be on their beach chair in Bali, sipping their mocktail, knowing that, I really hope that deal goes through. Oh man, if that didn't go through, they don't want to be thinking about that. So you guys need to be out there. You guys need to be smart and taking that into consideration. A couple of other things to note. So if you're thinking about it now, start getting your ducks in order, start getting your pre-approvals in place. You're talking to your broker. If you need help with the property education space and you want to be able to learn how to do it, now is the time frame. September is the month of the year that you need to get your shit together in order to be able to do this. Reach out to me. You've got my contact details in the description if you need that sort of help. Now we go on with that. Is you're either doing it, you're getting through the course, you're getting your pre-approval in place, you're starting your research. You're watching those markets. Now, it's important you don't dive into a market too quickly and get excited. I get you. I've been in that position before. You need to watch those markets. It might take 4, 5, even 6 weeks, maybe even more, to know who are the players, how long are things transacting on market, what's stale, what's not, what real estate agents are moving quickly, heaps of that kind of stuff. Now, another thing I want you guys to keep in your minds and for consideration too, especially with this time of year, is tenants. Now, one thing I always say is never, ever, ever have a rental tenancy agreement ending in December or January, unless you're maybe in a very, very busy tropical area, very busy summer location where you can charge a premium. Good chance you maybe don't have an investment property there, but try not to, and try to avoid at all costs having a rental agreement end in December and January for the reasons that I've just stated. Everyone's going away. Everyone's got either Christmas, got family coming over, or go over to family. A lot of people don't want to think about, especially in December or January, moving houses. So if that is the case, and I'm saying that it is a good opportunity to buy this year, is to buy at the end of the year, you want to make sure of a couple of things. One is potentially to have a buffer in place for a couple of weeks of vacancy if it's over that December shutdown period. The next thing is you want to make sure when you put that offer through to the real estate agent, you say to him, hey, look, I'm happy to do a 30-day settlement. I'm happy to do a 21-day settlement. The only thing I'm going to ask from you, Mr. Real Estate Agent, is if we can get early access, if you need to do any works, or if we can get early access to get some photos to list the property online. And an incentive that you might have to get the property deal over the line is to that agent to be like, hey, look, I know you guys would likely want the agreement. So think about this from an agent's perspective when he's taking in your offer. You're saying to him, you'll give the company the lease agreement of that property. You'll also give a short settlement, which will mean that everyone gets their money before the end of the year. We haven't even spoken about what that price is compared to everything else. But if everyone else is out there offering the normal standard settlements and isn't thinking about this, in my opinion, huge advantage to put you head and shoulders above the rest. The next thing is also, as I said and touched on previously, is that you want to negotiate and have written down in terms to the agent to give you the opportunity to start that leasing period, or to be able to start to advertise it for lease before you settle on it. So if you're doing, for example, a 21-day settlement period, say you're bringing it right in, you want to be able to have that property online for at least 2 weekends worth, so that everyone that's out there that's looking at that particular time can be like, okay, perfect, I can get into this first week of December or second week of December. We can be settled, sorted before Christmas, and it gives us an extra week, So that's how I would play that out. You've got plenty of time now. You've got my warning. You've got why I think it is an exceptional time. I did the exact same thing last year. I've got a property actually settling this week, unfortunately. So I've timed it a little bit too quick. But if there are other deals pop out and to be had, I'm going for the taking. And I hope if you've listened to this video, knowing what I've just told you, you're going to go for it as well. So now you have the time to get set up, get educated, start taking action before the end of the year so that you can pounce on these end of year deals very quickly. There's no use starting this in November, December. If you've got to get your shit together, your documentation together to get a pre-approval, it's going to take too long. September is the month to start. You heard it here first, end of year bargains. And then we celebrate at Christmas when we're having mum's ham, and the family barbecue. As always, guys, thoughts, questions, emotions, leave them in the comments. And as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow.